Wonders of the universe, or what I believe to be Planescape content in disguise. This new UA has a new race, subclass, 4 backgrounds, 21 feats, and 5 spells. I will cover them all eventually, but for today, I'll only cover the race and subclass. Disclaimer, by the way, if you're new to the game, I don't recommend you read or use UA because this is playtest material, so chances are very high it's not good for the system. I will also assume you know the system itself very well throughout this video. I'll be looking at this through the lens of optimization. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where I have sleep deprivation. It's midnight right now. Anyways, new race, Glitchlings. I think this is totally original, but I might be forgetting something. I'll read it for you guys because UA is exciting and new. Created by forces of planar law, Glitchlings are winged human-like creatures made from merger of magic and machine. These explorers seek to learn all they can about the multiverse and its creatures. Some Glitchlings then carry what they learn back to lawful planes, like Mechanus, to inform the orderly working of the multiverse. Others become enamored with travels and the people they encounter, and they seek to make a life of their own among the planes. Glitchlings begin their existence with rudimentary personalities. As they absorb information and experiences, their personalities grow, but many retain quirks associated with their lawful origins. You can roll or choose a quirk from the orderly quirk table or create your own. Because there's no art I could reference, I made them look like Mordons. Of course, this means Wizards of the Coast needs to do the same thing. Kobold! No, they don't! Okay, true, but I can dream. You guys can read their quirks. I'll move to the features. They are medium and have 30 speed. But what's super special is they are constructs. All other races are either Fey or humanoid. Construct is actually a really good creature type because stuff like hold person doesn't affect you. The only thing that could be seen as a downside is that healing spells won't affect you. But living construct fixes that. Not everything works, but healing word is fantastic, and it's awesome that it works on you.
But Kobold, in a meme I saw about you, you said it was bad.
Gator, I never said that. Anyways, Goodberry isn't in the list, but that already works with any creature type, so that's good for us. Yay! But it doesn't stop there. They've got a bunch of fantastic features. Armored plating, giving them 14 plus dexterity AC at level 1, which is feasible. That means you already have 17 AC. That is better than Mage Armor. Elven Chain, which doesn't require proficiency, works similar to this, but is 13 plus dex with a cap of 2. Awesome! If you optimize a lot, this quickly becomes useless due to armor dipping, but if you don't do that, then it's fantastic. Next is Balanced Chaos. This allows you to make a roll of 9 or lower on an attack roll or saving throw into a 10. This is proficiency bonus number of times per long rest. I think this is super strong. If you can correctly guesstimate the DC you need to roll for a saving throw, this allows you to make a failed save into a success a couple of times per day. For concentration saves, this should be especially easy to figure out. Fantastic on casters. Cool.
Kobold, Cleric next, Cleric.
No, Gator, there's 2 more features. What are you doing? It's 1 in the morning. Go to bed. Oh my god. Ordered Mind gives you advantage on saves against charms, similar to elves, which is actually really nice, because the riders of being charmed sucks usually. Oh yeah, you also get advantage on insight, which is not as awesome, but increases your passive score by 5. Last but not least, flight! Well, not really. It is more like a big jump. Vestigial Wings allows you to fly with a speed equal to your walking speed, a proficiency bonus number of times per long rest. This is definitely not as good as normal flight because you fall down at the end of your turn, but it allows you to maneuver around scary area of effects and get up to good positions, so definitely still worthwhile. I would give this 4 or 5 out of 5 stars when considering the rating system of tabletop builds. Ooh, 2 in the morning. Here we go. Cleric. The Fate Domain Cleric. This sounds like an oracle or something. The domain spells underwhelmed me. I like Dissonant Whispers, especially combined with
100 animals.
yeah, but everything else is not very exciting. It's mostly just cleric spells. I do think it's nice to get extra preps, I guess, because I like Death Ward and Divination or Commune anyways. But I kinda hope for something more, something magical. They get 2 other features at level 1. First is Omens and Potence. This lets you cast Augury once per long rest without any components. I don't think the components are such a big deal, especially the verbal or somatic ones. But if people are really scared of magic, I guess that might come up. You also reduce the failure chance of divination spells, which basically allows you to cast them without any chance of failure 1 extra time. Ties that Bind is their other level 1 feature. You tie yourself to another creature, metaphorically speaking, for an hour and either heal them or damage them for 1d6 more hit points each time you heal or damage them, respectfully. This takes an action, which is annoying. The duration does allow you to use this before combat on your friend, but it quickly scales to become disappointing. Channel Divinity, Strands of Fate allows you to give people advantage on ability checks and attack rolls, using a reaction while concentrating. I think Wizards of the Coast got spooked by Twilight Cleric's Channel Divinity and toned down the power here by way too much. Bless is usually better than this because it works on saves, and attack rolls requires no reaction, and it works on multiple people. But if you ran out of spell slots, you might want to use this. Do also keep in mind, if you do have spell slots, this can gate you out of defensive reaction spells, like Shield and Absorb Elements, if you pick those up. Level 6, Insightful Striking. You either buff your to hit on attacks or make the enemies fail more on your saving throws, proficiency times per long rest. The attack part won't really be coming up at this point. This saving throw part reminds me of Eloquence Bard, but you cannot regain the uses for this on a short rest. It has a shorter range and only works on your spells, which greatly reduces how useful it is. At 5th level, your best spell with a save is Spirit Guardians, which really doesn't care at all that much about how often the enemies fail. I actually talked about that in an earlier video. I'll link it in the comments. It's a good math lesson for you. Later clerics get more spells that care about saving throw, but it's still not great. It helps you get off planar binding quicker. It's the best use I can think of personally. Potent Spellcasting is pretty basic. It is a buff. That's it. That's all. You know what it does. Capstone, Visions of the Future. This one disappoints me a lot. You get to cast Foresight without using a 9th level spell. Sounds pretty cool, but it only lasts for 1 minute. The spell takes 1 minute to cast, so it's going to be very hard to make good use out of this without having a lot of information about the upcoming encounter. I think the duration should be at least 10 minutes, if not just the original duration of 8 hours. This is a capstone. Just let it be powerful. The game's already broken at this point. I'm not too interested in this subclass. Pretty underwhelming overall, if you ask me. This is probably the weakest cleric subclass I've ever read. Wizards, you need to boost this. As for the race, make them into Mordons. Other than that, it's good.
Kobold shirts.
Oh yeah, by the way guys, before I leave, we sell shirts. I kind of forgot about that. We got Goodberry ice cream, we got Gator, we got Kobold, and you know, we got things. You can wear these shirts and then go to like the bookstore, you know, where they play D&D and stuff like that in the back room and be like, yeah, I know things. I also have a Patreon. If you pay $20, you can maybe play one-shots with me once in a while. I think it's super fun when I have time. Anyways, I hope I earned your subscription. Thank you for watching. Good night. Sleepy time.